Right. I think we are live. So this is the very first stream, so not too familiar with everything here. Let's see. Hmm. Hello, Tarun. How are you? I don't know if you guys can hear me. I hope. Yeah, if you can't hear me, just let me know in the chat. Namaste. Hello, Ritik. Oh, thank you, Bas. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to motivate everyone, including myself. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tarun. Good to know. Yeah, this is my first live stream, so yeah, anything can go wrong. Okay. Yeah, I have two screens, so I'm using this one oddly. I usually use like this one. So now I have to like sit that way. Hello, Utkarsh. So what are you guys doing? Will I do this again? You mean the live stream? Um, I've been thinking for so long to do a live stream, and yesterday I was like, maybe I should go. Today it's Sunday, and uh, yeah, I mean, going live is not a problem. My schedule is the problem. So, what do you guys? You guys think weekend's good, right? Because I think you guys are also busy on weekdays. So I don't want to you guys to like feel pressure to join when you can't. I'm thinking more like weekends. Oh, I'm based in Canada. Oh, there's Pushkar. I'm very depressed being working on some projects using Python, Django, REST API and all. I feel I haven't done anything useful for which I can get paid. Oh, I mean, you funny thing, I started with Django. I did that for like 2 years. I almost got a job too. Um, I mean, it's a grind, man. Yeah, it's a grind. It's okay. I mean, yeah. Don't take that much pressure. I mean, it's end of the day, it's just a job, right? Yeah, don't take that much pressure. You'll get. Everyone will eventually get a job. Don't worry. Getting a job is not like until you get one, right? You feel like, oh, you will never get one, right? But when you get, you're like, okay, that wasn't like the biggest thing. Then you have next goal, right? So you'll get a job, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking next to Sunday. Like maybe we can do Sunday. But some Sundays I'm super busy, so yeah. I'll let you guys know before like one day, right? Prior to one day. Okay, I have a big rent, but maybe I'm thinking too much. Yeah, I mean, have some green tea when my mind is like uh it has too much going on. I just have green tea. I put some honey because it calms your prefrontal cortex. Like just too much activity. If there's too much activity, you can drink that. Black tea is fine, but that has caffeine. Then I couldn't sleep. So I take a green tea. I'm not a big fan of the taste, but I mean, that's fine. Yeah. Finance with Mathi. Hi, Mapla. Okay, Pushkar. Thanks. What would be ideal upskill roadmap? I have much experience in backend stuff, though. That's fine. I mean, see, backend. See, if you're doing Django, right? That's the thing. The industrialization of coding, what it does, like it created two systems, like front end and back end, right? And I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, to be a good developer, you need to understand both. But the thing is, the system is not like you have to be a perfectionist in one. So I would say, if you're good in backend, yeah, do backend good. Don't like feel pressure that you have to do front end. And same for the front end people. If you're good in front end, there's there's so much demand for front end and vice versa for back end. So don't take pressure that you have to do everything. This is what I'm saying in my videos as well. Don't feel pressure that you have to do it. You if you have time, you think you can do it. You have too much interest. Yes, go with it. I started with that as well, but I then switched to front end only, and now I'm learning back end as well. So it happens with time. Like everyone has limited time. Okay, yeah. So that is one stack that can I learn one stack? Yeah, I mean one stack is fine. Uh, see the two systems, right? The startup system and the corporate system, which is like Fortune 500 companies. So I would say if you're targeting startups, small firms, freelancing, then Stack is very good. But if you're targeting like big companies, then even I'm not saying Stack is bad. It's more like maybe you need to do Java. But I'm never a fan of Java, so if you don't like Java too, yeah, do Stack. If you think you can do really good Stack, do Stack. Who's saying that Stack doesn't have jobs? That's bullshit. Okay. Oh, okay. How to get intern cold mailing LinkedIn? You mean how to get an intern position, Tushar? I'm doing web dev, React Next, Express, and stuff. Uh, okay. Yeah, if you're looking to become an intern, see, getting an internship is challenging because you're so new, right? You don't. I mean, when you graduate, let's say you have 3 or 4 years of learning, right? You know a lot of stuff. When you intern, you're probably in your second or third year, right? And you have so much coursework. You don't have that much practical knowledge. You have theoretical knowledge, and most companies don't hire intern because they're like, oh, I need intern to do all my work. Now they hire intern. Most good companies hire intern because they want them to transition to full time employee because they need people. Like companies need people. They need good developers. You'll be astonished. You'll be astonished like how less reliable people are. I'll be very honest. People are not very much reliable. If you're reliable than 95% of people, reliability means you just show up. Most people, they don't even show up. So to get an internship, build good projects. I mean, that's for sure. Have good understanding of basics, one language. Pick one language. I mean, if there are a lot of opportunity in Java and you're doing TypeScript, you can't, I mean, you can't just switch boards every time there's more jobs there. I was reading a book, Dip by Seth Godin yesterday, and he was talking about the same thing. Buy Dip or read Dip. You can find it online. Uh, it's hardly 100 pages. Really good book. It's about people like there's like when you go to grocery stores, there are lines, right? There's a person who's always waiting single line. There's a person who jumps from line to line. Like he's waiting here and he's saying, "Oh, there's a line. Uh, maybe I'll get my chance sooner there or faster there." So he moves there, and then he find like there's another chance. So he just move around, and he's losing his place in the queue. So don't be like that person. Pick one thing, spend some time. If you don't like it, you can quit and do something else. But let's say you liking it. Someone saying they were doing Python or Java or Python or Django. I was doing it. Then I see there is not that many demand. Then I switched, and then after 2 years I switched. I'm sticking with React. I I'm not saying I wasted my 2 years. No, and I'm not saying you should switch to React too. But this is what I did. But I'm not keep on switching. Like one day I did React and Angular, and then I did Python, and then I Java. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, sorry. There's this. Sir, I know both Java. People, yeah, there's too much chat, so I'll just make sure like I'm reading in order. Okay, how people master DSA? I made a video about DSA, right? See, DSA is, I mean, I feel bad, especially for like those who in college. I mean, in this market, because DSA is kind of, let's imagine you go to a company, right? And you find one random senior engineer who has like 10 years of experience and give them one basic DSA question. I bet 95% of them won't be able to solve that question, including me. Yeah, including me. If you put me on the spot, I would be like, I don't know, maybe you need to use that algorithm, that algorithm. So is, does that mean like I'm dumb? I don't know, maybe. But or maybe it means I haven't practiced it, right? So if you're targeting doing DSA, what you need to uh, do 6 months, 3 months. It's like DS is not a marathon; it's a sprint. Consider as sprint. Web development is a marathon. You can't learn in 6 months. I'm not saying you can learn DS in 6 months, but you can sprint, get those question done, find like which questions they're asking. Like you think I've been reading on I don't know on Reddit something like people even on Google they're asking the same question still. So you have those questions. Do them. Do 50, 60, 100. I mean, DSA is not a big thing per se. Development is a big thing because you have so much to do, right? DSA is narrow. I mean, you can get a book or you just wrote down. I talk about like wrote down like a note card and like make some points. That's it. That's all DSA is. Yeah, don't take too much. And new videos coming actually on DSA versus development. So I just finished that yesterday. So it will come Friday, next Friday. Yeah, this one coming Friday. Okay, sir, I know both JavaScript, Spring Boot, no, JavaScript, Spring Boot, and JavaScript, React, Tailwind, CSS. Good, but my relevant experience in the front end is 2 years, and Spring Boot is 6 months. Good. I mean, you have if you already done, you kind of like relevant experience. Mean like professional experience, or you like you've been doing for 2 years. I'm not too sure if yeah. Yeah, make sure when you guys put question, give me like everything so that I don't have to guess a lot of things. Okay. Yeah. So if you have, I mean, if you're looking for a job, there's a higher chance that you'll get a Java job before JavaScript. Because see, big firms, they have old code base. The reason I never want to work in Java, I hope I would never come time in my life that I have nothing against Java, right? Just preference, right? You probably have some preference. The thing is like the code bases and it's very like you have to write so much code to get one thing done, right? So yeah, don't worry about front end. If you're good in Java and Spring Boot, apply for that position and say like I'm that's the thing. Okay, remember if you're applying for a backend position, make sure you show yourself as backend person, not as front end. If until unless it's a full stack position, right? So change your resume according to that. ओके सर अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ रिप्लाईज नहीं आ रहे फाइनल ईयर खत्म होगा जुलाई अगस्त में डर लग रहा है I mean, yeah, I mean, what can you do, right? Market is tight. Yeah, and it will not be like forever. So, uh, I don't know if you're living in India, lots of jobs are actually moved and moving to India. So it's a good news if you're in India. Uh, but at the same time, there's a lot of competition in India. So what I would say, uh, find like what do you want to do? Do you want to do freelancing? Yeah. So pick one. If you want to work, what kind of company you want to work, and stick to that. July, August, you still have time. You have time. Yeah. Don't take pressure. Apply jobs. This is what you can do. See, focus on what you can do. So if you can only apply, you can only apply. That's the only thing you can do. So focus on what you can do, and you will get interviews, right? Eventually, people will see your resume. It takes time in our industry. It's not like you apply today and tomorrow you'll have an interview. No, they have a stack of resumes, right? And some place you probably at the top, and some place you probably at the bottom. So when you're at the bottom, like, they won't even call you. Okay, let me tell you uh, how if you're new, if you don't know anything about if you don't know anything about like how the hiring process goes, let me give you some brief description how it goes. There's a company who wants to hire a developer, right? So what they do, they they put a position online, and there is a strict limit how many resumes they will filter. I mean, at the end of the day, let's say they apply 100 people applied, they might stick with only 10, and there's a certain deadline. After that, even if you're really good, they won't even consider because the deadline is gone. Right now, they have 10 resumes, so they have 10 people, right? 10 potential candidate, and then they call them, and then they filter out 6. Now they just have 6 people. That's it. They 99% of the time they have to pick from those 6. If what if like all those 6 are terrible? It's very hard to justify that. Oh, those people are not good. We need more candidate. Most companies they're like just get a person, right? So that's how it works 99% of the time in big companies. I'm not too sure about startups. They're a little weird. They can run interviews forever because they people come, people go, right? But in big organization, if you are on those 6 candidate, your probability will be like 1 by 6 to get a job. And it's easier to beat 6 people. I'm just giving you number 6. It may be 3 or 5, but I think 5 or 6 is the sweet spot. You can judge when they call you for phone interview. You can consider like you in top 10. So again, you have 10% probability from that call to get the job. So you need 10 of those calls roughly to make it 100% roughly, right? So the moment you have 10 interview calls, you can say like and it's not like you have to wait 10. I'm just giving example, maybe 3 or 4 you get the job. Okay. Whoa, okay, man. I think there are too many questions. So how much DSA I need as a full stack developer to clear machine coding rounds in startups, not in giant techs? How much DSA? See, startups, they have different kind of problems. First of all, if startup has a funding, they need to ship things faster. They need to move products faster. So if it's a good startup, they will ask you a question. They're not specifically looking for an answer. This is the thing. Let's say I see people who failed their technical interview but still got the job because the way they're trying to solve the problem. Because nowadays we have AI, right? Startup knows it and they're using it. And they need people who can use AI. They need people who have intelligence, first of all, which I think all of you have because you've been doing coding for a while, right? Person who has like lower level of intelligence wouldn't be able to do it. So you guys doing, so don't consider like you're dumb. I think all of you're probably doing fine, more than fine. You just like you don't get the credit, right? Because no one is looking at you all the time, or sometimes we don't even give ourselves credit. So yeah, so for startup, DSA is not the bottleneck. For startup, the bottleneck is development. Always remember, you're applying for startup positions. If a startup is like, oh, I need a person who can do 10 lead code hard problems, that startup will die in like a year or so because they will not be able to hire talent. That's the brutal reality. So make sure don't do DSA, don't focus too much DSA. If you're targeting startups, 90% of your time should go to development, should go to product building so that you can broadcast or tell them, okay, yeah, maybe I don't know this TSA question, but I have built this cool thing and I can talk about this all day if you want to ask me. And you can impress people like in an interview. Maximum time one could take in learning DSA in Java. So you have time. As I already told, it's a sprint. I would give you maximum 6 months, maximum. Master, I don't know, like you can't do mastery, but good enough, like easy medium question. 6 months, do every day for like 1 or 2 years, couple hours. Yeah. What are the front end technologies I should learn to start freelancing as a front end developer? Yeah, I've never done freelancing, so I'm not a good person to give you a suggestion on that. But if you want to do freelancing, see, freelancing most of the time you're not building cutting edge technology. You're not startup, so you don't need fancy tools. Maybe you can start with PHP, Laravel. Or you can start with Django because you can build things fast. Yeah, don't do Java for yeah. Java is for corporate language. So PHP, I would consider PHP, Django, and then Next.js. This is my preference if I'm doing freelancing. I don't do freelancing. I do Next.js, professional startup, mid-level companies, all those things. So I do next. This is what my tech stack is, like React. But if you want to do freelancing, yeah, I would not consider Java or even have basic understanding of JavaScript is good because you need to do a lot of things on the front end side, right? But yeah. Okay, everything is okay. Now tell us must have. Now tell us must have projects. Projects. I've been thinking a lot about projects. What kind of projects you should build? You know what? I bought a domain. It's called saasideas.xyz. I bought it like end of summer. And I'm thinking like building a platform where you can go and check like what kind of things you can build. The reason I'm so much in favor of SaaS because nowadays with AI you can spin a lot of things, and infrastructure is moving more towards people who can like who are who are like small team, who have like a small team, like one or two developers, right? If you are a single developer, you can use AI first of all to build your UI, your own knowledge to make an infrastructure and architect everything, right? You have Stripe to take payments or whatever in your country. You can build a lot of things. So stay tuned. I think when I get time, I'll at least I build the MVP kind of thing. Like so you guys can go and build products. If you feel like, oh, I like this idea, let me build it. Yeah. How to revise DSA? Lots of DSA questions, man. Oh man. How to revise DSA? Use uh, get those cards. I probably have. I should have what I'm saying. No, I don't have. Yeah, those like 6x4 paper cards, right? And you can write down questions. I know it's like you have to do a lot of handwriting, but you can write like 10 questions easily, and then you can every day you have to find like which algorithm I need to pick to solve this, like with O fan or hand square, like brute force, whatever. Like you can. So it's practice. It's like Rubik's cube, right? You need to go and fix those cubes all the time. That's how you can revise DSA. I have previous experience in IT support. Currently, I'm looking to switch into front end. Is it hard to switch? If you have IT, why don't you do back end? I mean, I'm just hoping that you probably have like systems knowledge, right? I think for you, have you tried doing back end? I mean, front end is fine too. If you like doing front end stuff, then I would say learn JavaScript. As soon as you finish JavaScript, learn TypeScript. It's not. I mean, TypeScript is based on JavaScript. So as you move from JavaScript TypeScript, because nowadays most of production code goes in TypeScript. So learn that. It's a strongly typed language. It helps you understand most of the computer science basics. And then do React. This is what I recommend. And yeah, applying for jobs, because if you already have experience, then you probably have some upper edge because you already have IT experience. The good thing, or the way I recommend, is like in your company, find a way to contribute something to front end, like something, or back end, whatever you want to do, so that you can put that in your resume that I did some work here in my company. You have experience, right? Then you have more weightage rather than saying I'm just completely switching from IT to front end. Then companies will be like, I mean, I don't know how good you can do, right? But still, you have upper hand because you already have experience. How to solve DSA problems easily and effectively? Give some tips regarding this. I think I already talked a lot about DSA. If you're coming late, like I think this stream will go under the live section of the YouTube, so you can read previous comments I made about. I was a big fan of your content. Oh, thank you, Anirudh. Yeah, I mean, uh, I'm trying to make content. I don't know if you guys watched my recent video. I like. I'm not into like making films or anything, but I think it's a cool idea. I'm a kind of person like who's just who have too many interests. That's the thing, and I have to stick with one thing is hard for me. But I mean, if you're a professional, you have to stick with it. There is no any other option, right? Yeah, thanks. You're liking the content. Bhaiya, I'm learning ML. Will be starting DL. DL data study, but I don't have any progress. which is somehow demotivating what to do. Okay, so you guys learning machine learning. I'm a little confused. Nothing against machine learning, right? Are you learning machine learning because you have deep interest in machine learning? Are you learning machine learning because you think it will have a lot of future opportunities, right? But I would still consider doing regular web development, get a job as a regular web developer, then transition into machine learning. The reason is most of the machine learning, until unless like you have so much interest, like which I don't think because you're struggling, like you're demotivating. I mean, I'm not saying like people don't struggle even if they have interest, but if you're not feel like you're making progress because it's a niche, right? It's a small thing. So I would say be a web developer first, or I don't know, like you want embedded systems or even a game developer. Be that first because there are more job opportunities, and then move to uh, ML thing. If there's more ML question, I'll probably go deep. But I'm a third year student learning DS. But I think your question, you didn't complete your question, sir. Actually, there are word limit in live chat. Oh, is it? Okay, and it's the first live stream. Sorry if there's a word limit. Yeah, maybe put your big question and paste it in chat GPT and say like make it short. Like this, what you can use chat GPT, right? I'm unable to solve problems. Where to learn? And I don't know. Lots of I think question cutting. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, I think I again. Scope of Java developer as fashion. Oh, Java is pretty cool. I mean, if your only goal in life is to get one job, and you have no interest, like you can teach me Arabic to get a job. Learn Java, you will get a job. It's a lot of scope. A lot of companies, big world companies. Do companies have DSA rounds for front end role in Canada? Most. That's a good thing about North America that DSA is not that heavy. That's why, like, but when students from India reach out to me, right, and I see lots of companies asking DSA, then I mean, if you're, you have to wait from a new video. I think I've go a little deep. Uh, but if you're in India and you're in college, then there's just no option. You have to do DSA. How to clear machine coding interviews? I have good projects and no text, but afraid of applying because of interviews. Yeah, that's okay. I want to talk about this thing. Um, why are you guys afraid? Okay, you know how many interviews I failed? Many. Who cares? Who cares? If you're not applying, you already failed. You're failed by default. Maybe you apply, maybe you give interview. See, the person who's sitting next to you is just like you. Probably like a person like me, who's like doing regular day stuff, right? And his boss like, okay, take this person interview, and I'll be like sitting with my notebook. Okay, tell me how to solve this DSA question. And maybe I'll judge you for 2 minutes and then I'll be moving on with my life, my problems, my troubles. I won't even remember you. Nobody remembers me. Like I failed so many interviews. No one called me or messaged me. Hey, remember? You failed in that interview. I never got those messages. So guys, yeah, give as much interviews as you can. I know that I'm not saying it's easy, but sitting in like on your chair doing nothing will get you nothing. So move, fail some. Maybe make a list. Like this year, I'll fail in 10 interviews. This is my goal. I bet by for fifth or sixth interview, you have your job. I bet I can bet money on that. What should be my roadmap for developing a sound music editor app? Oh, second year student learning DSA in Java currently. Good, good. Um, see, I never made a sound music editor app, but it sounds so cool. See, the person is in second year only. Um, if you're looking for like step-by-step instruction, I don't have. I'm sorry, but what should be? Yeah, I mean AI, man. Ask AI. What should be my roadmap? This is what AI is for. It's not for copying and pasting code. Okay, next question. Okay. Okay. I know front end, but I got job as a network engineer by reference. So what I have to do in this market, it's not easy to get a job. Please tell me how can I manage DSA and dev during job time? Okay, so you already got a network engineering job, which is good. So you are not sitting idle at home, right? Which is good. And uh, with a job now, a new job now, you need to learn DSA and dev. It's going to be brutal, like brutal. Like you're probably crying all day. Yeah. So the best thing is to first of all lower your expectations a little bit. Like if you can't do it, you can't do it. That's the point. Yeah. So lower your expectations, and you're like, okay, my biggest priority for next 3 months is to stick with this job so that they don't fire me, so that I have money coming in, right? When I have 3 months, I'm settled down. People knows me that I'm a good person. Like I do my work. Then you have some free time. I'm not saying like they won't give you a job. They will, but like you will catch up. You have experience with the code base, whatever you're doing, right? Then divide. Like maybe wake up early, staying up late. That's up to you. And people think like they need to have like 4 hours of straight work. This is my video was right. Even in a video, I wasn't working 4 hours straight. That's stupid. Why would you do that? uh, you read like what Charles Darwin, like all this, even Einstein, how they were working. They were not working all day. They have like chunks of time they divided. Like thing in the morning, I'll do this thing. Then I take some rest. Because see, during the daytime, like your brain is like not at that peak capacity, right? So do heavy stuff in the morning. If you can wake up early, do that. It will going to be hard, and maybe you'll quit because see, doing a job and doing all those things are not easy. So I won't target DSA as much as doing development first. See, this is what I'm telling you. DSA is not the bottleneck most of the time. People think that yes, this I'm not getting interviews, I'm not clearing into because of DSA. No, there are a lot of jobs everywhere in the world where they're not looking for a DSA developer. They're looking for a developer, a web dev, right, or whatever you're applying. Sir, I have done MCA in June 2024 and I'm still jobless. Oh, tried many interviews and I also feel stuck in my coding journey. Many interviews and I also feel stuck in my coding journey. Mon. So you didn't have a job for 1 year, right? Um, are you getting interviews? If you're not getting interviews, you need to change some strategy with your resume and probably try to learn technology. See, if you're not getting interviews, the only thing I'm saying is like you can fix is like uh, your resume and the projects you're building. So unless I have like full picture, like it's very hard to give those suggestions. But it's hard for everyone. So just don't think like you're not good enough. It's hard for everyone. It's not like people are playing job and they're getting like 3 weeks. That's not the market we are in. So don't be so hard. Just like the gentleman before you, like they were saying they were doing some other work, they got a job, and then now they want to switch. Do that if you can. If you know you can get some other job, that maybe you get a QA job or some system admin job. Yeah, don't just stick with one. You can always, if you're in IT, you can move around, right? So maybe try that. I learned React and Node.js, but my college uses Java, so I learned its syntax. Should I go for Spring Boot or one full stack until NDSA? How long will it take? See, learn React. That's and if you're already doing Java, then as I already told you, there are more jobs in Java than Node. That's the reality. I code most of the time in Node, but Java has more jobs. So if you still can switch, yeah. I mean, if your goal is to get a job, if your goal is to work with Node, yeah, don't switch. If we are learning anything like Android development, we should use AI for that. Yeah, why not? That's the next video is about how to use or leverage AI to learn, not to copy paste. If you're doing copy paste, then you can do at home. But when you will be in a technical interview, you can't do copy paste, right? See, I know things are moving. Like people are doing a lot of, uh, they're doing a lot of AI work, but it will take time before like interviews, like people in the companies feel like they need more people who like they're looking for different skill set. And yeah, need to have good understanding of coding. That's a must, right? Even if with AI, they won't hire anyone. Like, okay, man, you come, yeah, anyone can type. No, that won't be the case. You still need to show that you can do code without AI, and you can at the job maybe you can use AI, like move things faster. That's it. Yeah. So you use AI tools as much as you can for learning, not copying and pasting code. Yes. स्टूडेंट भैया मैं फर्स्ट ईयर स्टूडेंट थोड़ा बहुत जावास्क्रिप्ट आता है थोड़ा सी प्लस प्लस कुछ 25 डी ऐसे क्वेश्चंस किए हैं क्या करना चाहिए जो अगले साल इंटर्नशिप ओह सो यू I think you're doing good. Just keep on doing. Yeah, I don't think you need to do anything fancy because you're intern getting an internship. It's competitive, but it's not like getting a full-time job. Because when you're trying to get a full-time job, the employer has a lot of responsibilities. See, but with the intern, it's like 3 months, 6 months, whatever time it is. So if they don't like you, it's like 3 months salary and you're gone. It's not their headache. Resource you will take to learn DSN web development scratch, please answer. Oh, resource you will take to learn DSN web dev from scratch. From scratch, that's the thing. There's so much content. Yeah, doing anything from scratch. It's been a while. Like I did anything from scratch. I can show you like how, or I can tell you how I do things. But from scratch, get a good course. Go to Udemy. I did that. I'm not saying Udemy's courses are best. People uh, find person like on YouTube which you like, which you get more familiar with. Like you feel like I like his or her teaching style, and maybe if they have some course, buy that. Because if you consume a lot of their free stuff, then if you like it, maybe you like the paid stuff too, right? And most of the time, uh, it's like what, $20, 20, $30, right? Uh, So have some budget. I know if you're in college, you probably don't have that much money, like, right? I can understand, but it's for your learning, right? That course might give you 10 or 100x return. Think of like buying a stock. You are the stock now. Bet on yourself. What do you suggest someone to focus on who has interest in data science and is starting? Oh, okay. What do you do a flip? Yeah, end of page. What do you suggest someone to focus on who has interest in data science and starting third in computer science? So on. If you have interest in data science, uh, build things with large data. Like, yeah, and I have not done enough work in data science. So what I would do is I would create some kind of application, real-time application maybe. Like people, when during COVID, right, they build those tracker application, they have data. You can do with there's a lot of free data available on the internet. You can use that and build cool stuff. Yeah. I learned React and Node, not completely, but my college uses Java. So I think I already answered that. Sir, I'm from Pakistan. I have learned JavaScript, CSS. So what should I do next? I want to do software engineer, do learn React. Or yeah, you're already doing CSS, right? So learn Tailwind CSS, uh, build some component library. I mean, build some components with component libraries so that you can build stuff. This is what you'll be doing in a real job. Yeah, so do that. What about microservices? Good for a fresher job? Have some knowledge like how microservices work. But for a fresher job, I mean, until unless you want to do some backend work with DevOps, right? But it's good to have those knowledge, man. If you can, I mean, it's not mandatory, but you can. Why you don't answer in Hindi? You don't know? Yeah, because see, uh, that's my preference to speak. I speak many languages, but it's more like a like world language. So anyone can understand. People from India. I understand India has like lots of South Indian, North Indian, East Indian, West Indians. People from Bangladesh can understand Sri Lanka, China. Everyone can understand English. That's why. Maybe I'll make a Hindi channel. If I have if people say, yeah, make Hindi channel, then I'll make. Is spring and spring boot good for freshers? Yeah, I already answered that. It's good. I want to deep dive into backend using JavaScript, Node Express. Any guide for roadmap, please? Yeah, lots of roadmap question. See, with the roadmap, learning to code, getting a perfect roadmap is impossible. I didn't have that. I made so many mistakes. So don't shy away from making mistakes. Worst thing, you'll spend 2 months learning something. That's the worst thing you can do, right? And I know, like, if you're desperate, like I need a job in 6 months, then you probably uh, it's easy to give like do these things nowadays. But the quickest answer would be pick a technology front end or back end, master in one, and there. I think there's a website called roadmap.sh. You can try that. Uh, it has a lot of good information about roadmaps. Flashcard, yeah, flashcards. Make flashcards for DSA. Can you start any AIML related content or classes? Not. I know a lot of people asking AIML. You know what? A couple of years ago, I actually started learning some of that stuff, but then I quit because of the time constraint. The thing I talk about, right? Maybe in the future, like I need to like brush up my skills with AIML, and yeah, I don't think I'm the most appropriate person to teach AIML, right? I'll teach what I know. I want to balance learning Python and learning React, which I also do at my job. I I just got a job as a React intern, good, but I also need to learn Python for my studies. Oh, they both. I really like Python and I really like React. So yeah, I mean, uh, learning Python is fun. Python is so much fun. What you can do, you can. There's a book. I forgot the name. It's like this thick book. It has a mouse on the cover. It's pretty famous. Get that book and just on your free time, just read that book and build something with Python. I don't know what you want to do with Python. Like you want to go to data science or you want to build websites. So I want to learning. I think yeah, this is done. This is main deal. How to get the first job? Yeah, I know. Getting a first job is hard. It's the hardest, but I mean, it's a milestone, right? Hi, I have. Oh, did I jumped? Oh man, there's so many questions. Okay. There's one person who. Oh man, why did you copy so much? Don't do that. Uh, I think we are at 43. We already at 43 minutes, and I'm exhausted by talking so much. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can disable chat. I can. Sorry, guys, there's too much stuff going on here. From non-tech background, I just forgot now where Java is goated. Okay, yeah, this is. I have 1.6 years of experience in backend, 1 year in Node, 7 months in Golang. Oh, doing a lot of things. Recently, I'm learning in depth backend and looking for job opportunities. Any suggestion for me? No, man, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing really good. Yeah, you have the willpower and enthusiasm. Yeah, that's all you need. There's no other tip you need. And Mole saying, I interviewed at people for second year student and cleared the assessment, good, which had two code four style question. Wow. However, I failed the interview as they asked backend development question. Oh man. Later, they mentioned the role was mainly backend, which was instead. Oh yeah, man, companies do that. I mean, yeah, they waste time. But Anmol, yeah, I mean, you cleared those interviews. I'm glad. Like, yeah. See, failure happens. Who cares? You need one job. Is what I'm saying. Like, who cares? Paper. Now even you feel better that you cleared those interviews, right? And it wasn't your fault. Yeah. What should I do in this type of situation? I mean, if I were you, I would be like, well, at least I cleared those rounds, right? So I'll be relieved, to be honest. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Yeah, thanks, Navtej. Java is good. Yeah, Navtej is actually my cousin. Hey, man, how's it going? Uh, do data science or data science analysis, which one is best for freshers? Not sure. Not sure for data analysis. Both are good. Data science has more math, I guess. I mean, data analysis has more. Data science has more like statistics, research, a lot of things. Data science is not one thing. Which one is fresher? Fresher, pick whatever you like. How long will it take to learn front end from scratch, and will I require DSA? How long will it take learn front end from scratch, and will I require DSA for front end? Yeah, for most of the time, no. Companies don't really have strict requirement for front end. They need to. That's why I'm building code stack, right? Yeah, need to plug my site, and it's still in beta. I didn't get much time to, but I'm going to start working on that project again. Yeah, yeah. So for front end position, I mean, if company is asking DSA, if it's Google, right, what you can do. But most companies, they for front end position, they might want to check your like UI skills more than DSA. Yeah. Want to learn JavaScript? Suggest me where should I learn? JavaScript is too big. If you just started, if I have to learn JavaScript, get this book. Yeah, get this book. JavaScript: The Definitive Guide. David Flanagan. Get this book and start with it. Yeah, highly recommend. Yeah. All right. Hello, sir. I'm learning web development from Messiah School, and I also want to land a decent job starting. Please advise how to land one. I think we already talked a lot about this, right? How to land a job. So please, Spurge, like go back to the live when it's ended. Probably have your answer. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. After hearing from you, I'm feeling confident. Means a lot. Yeah. I mean, it's a game of confidence, right? Everything is here. Everything is in your mind. That's the thing. If you are good here, everything will be easy. If you messed up here, yeah, everything will be difficult. Okay, I'm from a non-tech background. I'm from a non-tech background, learning Mon plus Java and Spring Boot. My aim is trying to get a foreign job remotely from India. What kind of things? Swapnil. Okay, to get a client from US, you need to broadcast yourself. So try maybe X, Twitter, right? Or on YouTube. So you need to build your portfolio, not like, oh, I have a portfolio, you can click and see that Flappy Bird is flying. No. Like if you have did you have a client before, right? What did you build? So you need to have like all this if you are applying for like freelancing things, or if you're like applying for jobs in US and Canada. Now the thing with them is like the way it works, like companies in US, Canada, they hire a firm in India and that firm hire candidates. So you maybe if you're working for a client directly, then you will more likely be a freelancer. But there are, I mean, few companies, few startups, or few small mid-sized companies who just hire people globally. Like Basecamp is one of them, Gumroad is one of them. Quite a few others as well. So find those, research that. It's more if you want to do that research, like how can I find clients, because those clients will pay better, obviously, because currency conversion. They're looking for people who are good and cheap, not cheap in the sense that they do bad work, economical, you can say. Oh, any suggestion for backend advanced stuff in Golang? I mean, backend is backend. So build. So Golang is new, right? I mean, it's not new, but maybe take some project, take some library which was built, let's say in Python, reconvert or convert that in Golang. That's a project for you. Why don't you do that? Hi, son. Can you create step-by-step guide to building a project, highlighting some elements? Sure, I can make that. Okay, I want to balance learning Python. I think I already answered that. You also answered that. I'm a Flutter. This guy is copy. He's just copied. I'm a Flutter developer. I have done 2 internship, which was about 3 months internship. Okay, I got the full-time offer with the 3 LPA. Is that salary was good or I need 3 months internship? I think, see, salary, when I took my first job, my salary was too low, even from the standard of Canada. But did I stay at that salary? No. Do you need to stay at the salary? No. Can you survive at that salary? That's the question you need to ask. Is 3 LPA enough for you? I can't give you a suggestion like how much salary is enough, right? It's depend person to person. Person is happy with 3 LP and some like, man, I make that in a month. So nothing against you but as a fresher, I would put learning here, salary here. I need salary as much as I can afford myself from a family whatever. Like the case is as long as you can do that for 1 year minimum, switch to another job or ask them if they can raise your salary. Good AI projects for seniors. Build SaaS, products, uh, market them on X, Instagram. People are doing crazy stuff. Yeah, do that. But what kind of projects you can build? Yeah, I think that SaaS ideas or XYZ I was talking about previously, that will have a lot of ideas. So if you guys are interested in building stuff, maybe I need to move that things faster. Is doing masters from IIT is good? It is if your goal is to get an IIT tag, maybe it is good. Uh, if your goal is to get a job, might not be. Uh, your goal is doing a PhD, then you have to do masters. So it depends on person to person. But um, doing bachelor from IIT it has like more weightage. But I'm not saying it is bad. So it's totally up to you. If you like doing, if you're confused doing a job versus masters, it's totally up to your scenario. Like you have to do a lot of calculation in your head. So I did masters, but I did from Canada. I did from UBC. So totally depend. What do you suggest for fresher? What work in a startup or established company? If you can survive startups, go for it. You'll learn a lot. If you're a kind of person who wants to build things, and especially in this market, if startup is giving you opportunity, take it. Yeah. I mean, when I was applying everywhere, to be very honest. Sir, I just learned React, Node, Express, and MongoDB build a bunch of projects now. What should I do? What do you want to do? Like apply jobs. Apply jobs, sir. Yes, yes. Apply as many jobs you can. Show them that you build that. And if that's your goal, or if your goal is to build your own products, build that. See, nothing is stopping you. It's not like you have to build 10 projects, then only you can get a job. There's no benchmark. Uh, Funny story, I started learning to code because I want to build my own startup. Yeah. And I was in university and I was like, maybe I should build this. And I learned, and I was like, the worst case scenario, I'll get a job. Worst case scenario happened, I got a job. My startup didn't work. But so shoot, what they say, shoot for the star, maybe you land on the moon. Yeah. So build your products, post it online, maybe someone like it, maybe someone will buy it, right? Who knows? You don't need my permission. How much DDS is required for front-end interviews? I already answered that, Rahul. Please, when it's team, if you can go back to the live, please see that answer because there are a lot of questions I need to answer. Okay, so I just have 5 minutes, so I'll answer as much as I can. I'm sorry. Uh, hey, bro, I'm following Next.js in TypeScript for front end and back end for Golang. I started learning DevOps too. Oh, and you're doing too much stuff. Yeah, if you're doing DevOps, you're doing front end, back end, it's a lot of stuff. Pick one or two. Don't do three. It's too much. Until unless you're super smart. Is DSP important? Data structure, if it's then I already answered that question before. How much DS is required? I already answered that, sir. Is doing master? I think I already answered that. Mm, for all the jobs, okay. Aditya saying I'm 6 and it's about to end. I'm from EE branch. Started yes, it just started. I think he's saying started yes, basically up till now. I really want to do in tech, but he says to me I'm from tier 3. Yeah, I don't think tier 2, 3, 4 matters. It is your skills what matter. Maybe someone will get a job sooner. But if you have skills, like no one in this market, companies are looking to hire smart people, hardworking people. If you have that, you will land as long as you don't quit. So you want to be tech. Yeah, just do like you're doing fine, doing very good. So I'm a BSF final years, but I don't have any skills. Oh, but I want to grow my career, so that's only I decided to take next 6 months to learn my biggest question. When I learn anything, how I think your question is a little messed up. If you're saying like you have 6 months to learn, then I will say if you already wasted your time. I mean, you need to run fast now. If you already wasted your time, yeah. Everyone, I wasted so much time. Then I ran faster. This is what we have to do. Yeah, don't feel bad. What is the latest roadmap for land a paid internship? Then I think the latest roadmap to get internship, I already talked about internship. Yeah, so please watch. If you can go back, you will see my answer. So yeah, this is a lot of questions. I don't think I can answer that many. I'm sorry. I didn't expect. I was hoping maybe 2 or 3 people will join. Yeah. Yes, guys, don't post your. Sorry if I couldn't answer your questions. Uh, maybe I have a post uh, somewhere. This post those questions. Maybe I'll read and reply. And join my Discord. I don't know. You guys have. I should have plugged in before. Let me get my Discord link. I think I should have somewhere. Uh, 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 uh. I don't know where is my Discord. Guys, stay with me. Me get that. Please join this copy link, others. Join. Oh, I can't type. Let's join the Discord. Oh, sorry, just messed up. Yeah. So please join the Discord and throw me question there. I'll read and reply whatever is easy. And I think I'm going to end the live in 2 minutes. Sorry, I have a hard stop. Need to take everything. But thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I didn't expect that many questions. I was thinking maybe I get like 2 or 3 questions and then I'll just end the stream. But yeah, I love those things, like talking with, like communicating, like because in a video, like I'm just talking to a camera, and so it's very hard for me to like get your response. Some people comments, but some people they can't. I can understand. Okay, I think that's it from today, guys. Thanks a lot for joining. I'll we'll do another stream. I'll let you guys know before. Uh, yeah, lots of DSA questions. Yeah, yeah. Please join the Discord if you can. I know there are some questions going on. So okay, I'll see you maybe next weekend. If I think I'm busy Saturday, Sunday. But let's see. I'll let you guys know before a day, right, so that you can plan that. Thanks a lot, guys. It's a lot of fun. Thank you.